everyone. Welcome back to Nick and Knarf here at our beautiful studios atop Mount Olympus. No, we're not. We're here on the floor of the desert in Tucson, outside of Tucson, Arizona. Glad you're with us today for another wonderful show of music to excite your ears, because we care for your ears. You know, I didn't say that in the last couple of videos. I got to say that. We care for your ears. I'll remind you. Anyway, today we got a real surprise treat for you. This is a band a lot of you guys might not be aware of. It's an Australian band called Jet. This album, I got turned on to it by my nephew Joe when he was about 15. He told me, you got to hear this, Uncle Frank. It sounds a lot like the Beatles and a bunch of other guys. And it really does. It has elements of the Kinks, the Beatles. It's got it really treasures and values the really iconic 60s rock and 70s rock of the British invasion. And I think you're really going to enjoy two songs we selected from this album. Nick's going to tell you first about the band.
He selected from this album. I've only heard it like one time, so you know.
But when I played for him, he did like these songs.
I enjoyed anything that sounds like the Beatles. I'm going to love.
I think you guys love it too. Nick will tell you about the band.
Okay, so they were formed in Melbourne, Australia, in 2001, and consisted of lead guitarist Cameron Muncey, bassist Mark Wilson, and his brother Nick, who did vocals and rhythm guitar, and Chris Cester. Now, the key thing is this group sold 6.5 million albums worldwide, releasing 3 studio albums in 2003, 2006, and 2009, and then they dissolved in 2012. So threes was not a good number.
That's all they did. I don't know why they didn't stay together longer, but when you hear this band, you could hear all this potential and great talent, and you wonder why they didn't make more. But yeah, they tried reforming again apparently in 2014 or 2014.
And for those of you viewers that are in Australia and New Zealand, we know we have a few of you. Let us know more about this band, or if you saw them in concert, or how much you love them. What impact did they make on the music world at that time? And what impact did it have in your lives?
Yeah, this is one of the later bands that we're going to actually do a reaction to.
Very rare that we
don't go into bands that are formed in the 2000s, but this is a contemporary band. But I think you're really going to dig it because the music is so retro and so accessible and great and entertaining. So, but before we start, I want to invite you again to please subscribe, like, and share. If you haven't, hit that like icon for us. Helps us spread the word. And also, all of you guys who are already subscribed, hey, thank you.
You know, whenever I go to a Chinese restaurant and they tell me you can have 3 items, I say, subscribe, like, and share.
Or known as number 3, number 7, and number 12.
Yeah, stay away from those number 3s, I told you.
Okay. Anyway, all right, if you guys are ready to kick it off, we're going to start with a real rockin' song from the album, and then we're going to go to a beautiful song that I swear to God, you're going to think it's the Beatles, all right? But it's an homage to the Beatles, and it's beautiful, and the Beatles should be proud of a song that someone did a song like that. But this first one is called Rollover DJ, not to be confused with Rollover Beethoven, but it is a kick-ass rock and roll. So here it is, Jet from the album Get Born, Rollover DJ.
Right.
Bachman Turner Overdrive.
Really?
Boy, that is Bachman Turner Overdrive.
Yeah.
Forget the Beatles. Oh my God, it's like a copy of it.
What'd you think, Nikki?
Okay, so first of all, I'm convinced that any song that has the line "What's your name?" is going to be successful. I mean, it's like have you noticed that every song that's got that Bachman Turner Overdrive definitely influenced these guys.
That certainly influenced that song. But doesn't it have a little bit of the Kinks in it with that guitar work?
Yeah, that's a great.
All day
yeah.
and all of the night. It kind of had that feeling for me.
And
the Kinks.
the schizo playing of this drummer. Sometimes I'm sitting there hoping that the guy's going to open up a bit, and then when I'm expecting him not to, he opened up a little bit. So if you listen to the song again, that dun, dun, just going like this was kind of...
It has a kind of a raw garage sound, a little bit like the Knack, something like the Knack. And, it's a very simple, straightforward... But think about it, for 2003, that they're playing this kind of music that was played in the 60s and 70s,
True, that's a great point.
You don't find many bands that want to play that or go that way, So
It's
I
catchy,
admire
definitely-
them for that.
Definitely a catchy song.
Oh, you ought to hear the rest of this album. There's so many songs that are so retro and so really infused with the great rock elements of early 60s and 70s rock and roll. You'll love it. And this album was like really won a lot of awards in Australia. They were like the best new coming act, album of the year, all kinds of stuff for this album. So this is a terrific album.
And they sold, what did we say, 6.5 million?
6.5 million on
worldwide.
3 albums. Not bad for a very short-lived career, huh?
No.
Now, this one, you've got to hear this song. Well, you will hear it, unless you turn it off. Anyhow, this is a beautiful love ballad, which I swear to God, it's Paul McCartney and John Lennon could have written this song. It is beautifully done, a definite homage to the Beatles, and this guy's voice is gorgeous. Anyway, it's called Look What You've Done. So here it is. This is Jet. Look What You've Done.
Oh, different.
Take my photo off the wall if it just won't sing for you. 'Cause all that's left is gone away, and there's nothing there for you to prove.
Nice.
Oh, look what you've done. You've made a fool of everyone. Oh, well, it seemed like such fun. Till you lose what you had won. sing for you. 'Cause all that's left has gone away, and there's nothing there for you to do.
What'd you think, Mickey?
Interesting how he could sound like McCartney, then sound like Lennon. Really well, good song.
Isn't that
Good
beautiful
song.
the way they make those? I mean, all those little things. Like sounds like even Ringo doing his little drum roll into something.
The
and
bummer when you write a song like this is everybody says, "Oh, it sounds like the Beatles." Well, give the guy credit for writing a great song that does sound like the Beatles, but it's a great song.
it stands on its own as a beautiful song. And his
Take
voice.
my picture up the wall. I like that. And then that line about.
Till you've lost all, you've won. That one there.
I'll give you your opinion. You know.
Yeah, give me back my point of view.
Yeah.
That was a great line, too.
I'll give you your opinion.
These songs are very thoughtfully written. There's about 3 or 4 of these kind of slow love ballads on this album to go with this hard, basic, good old straight-ahead garage kind of rock and roll, 60s rock and roll sound. And I encourage you to check this album out. It is really good. I want to thank you, Joe, for turning me on to it a long time ago. I love the album. Hope you guys loved it. And if you did like what you heard, because we care for your ears, if you like it,
Order number 3.
Order number 3.
Like. Subscribe.
That's share, right?
Share.
No. Subscribe is number 3.
Subscribe,
like number
like is
5.
up.
Share number 7.
Yeah. And we'll send you your fortune cookie for only shipping and handling, $3.95.
That's right. So subscribe, like, and share our Chinese menu for the day. And to you who have already done so, God, we love you so much for all your support. You give us energy and excitement, and we just enjoy your comments and sharing your memories too.
Frank's taking a trip in a couple of days. So.
Yeah, I'm getting up north. I'm going to go up to Monument Valley and Canyon de Chelly and Antelope Canyon up in near Lake Powell in northern Arizona because I'm going to take a tour with my friends. But I've got videos already plugged in, so you're going to be hearing them. I'll be back by the time this one airs.
And I'm going to Walgreens, Walmart, and Target. So, you guys will be able, we'll share our video when we get back.
This one will be on in a few weeks after I'm back from my trip. But anyway, hope you enjoyed it. Thanks for being with us on another episode of Nick and Knarf.
Take care, guys.
Peace
Love y'all.
out. Ciao, baby.